Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or should I say, welcome to my tube. Sick. The reason I'm out here driving is because I have no friends.
Doing nothing.
Ooh. The story is a school lockdown. So, from sophomore year, so 2 years ago, I had a school lockdown, and it was like a real one. And what happened was, we were coming from Algebra 2. I remember because me and my friend, all we did was mess around in that class because we weren't getting A's anyways because the teacher sucked trash. Well, she didn't suck. She just didn't know how to teach, right? Or no, she could teach. No. 6th period at Algebra 2. So we're just walking. The bell rang to leave school, and I have a carpool ride with my friend who's a junior, right? So bell rings. We hear stuff on the announcing speaker thing, but we don't know what it is because all we do is mess around and listen to no one. That's how I live in my life. I listen to no one. I disregard everything. I disregard my surroundings. I just do nothing. And yeah, the overhead we were hearing, it was like, so we were like, what the heck is that? And so we once in a lifetime experience, we listened. This is the weirdest moment. We listened. And the odds of me listening are 1 in however many times I did not listen. So, that saved my life right there. Well, foreshadowing, maybe it didn't matter in the end. But yeah, so we heard the announcing saying something about, this is a lockdown, better go hide. Last one out's getting killed. No, they were saying there's a lockdown, get to the closest classroom and stuff. So me and her were like, oh, we ain't about this life. So we ran. Well, actually, I'm a fast runner, right? So, but I didn't want to leave her.
Because I'm kind. I'm very kind.
So we ran to the classroom, and it was the OCS, it was the on-campus suspension classroom. There was no teacher in there, it wasn't locked. I was like, wow, well, goodbye, we're gonna get killed if we're in here, and we're in here, so we're gonna get killed because we're in here. So me and her are like looking around, no one's out there, and we're like, well, we gotta dip, we can't stay in here, like, what are we trying to do? Yeah, so we looked over and we could see the office from where we were, and we saw one of the vice principals holding the door, shouting at people, waving. And we're like, oh, let's just run there. So we sprinted across the campus, thinking that there's a shooter on campus, and we were about to get shot. We were targets because we were just running in the middle of the campus, you know, everyday thoughts. Yeah, so we get into the office. This part is wild. So this is the day I learned that my way of coping with fear is humor. And so is hers. So we worked well together. We made a Vine, and, you know, just making jokes or whatever. And then there's this other kid who's, okay, he's funny anyways. So in there, he's just so funny. Like, I was dead laughing the whole entire time. And then he gets kicked out. Like, I don't know where they put him. The office is pretty big, so they could have put him in like a secluded room, isolated all by himself.
No!
It turned yellow so fast. He got kicked out into another room. And we're like, what the heck? We needed him. I felt safe around him. He was our protector, our guardian angel. And then he got kicked out. But at that moment, I thought he got kicked out of the office. Like, I was like, they're putting this kid out here as a target. They're just kicking him out because he's funny. Like, that's how it goes. If you're funny, no one cares to save the funny ones. That's how it is at my school. So I tried to be a little bit less funny because I didn't want to get kicked out. To this day, I still don't know where they put him, because, you know, I'm a very good student, so the first time I was in the office was that day. And the only times I've been in there, like, oh my gosh, one time I had an early dismissal, and I didn't know where to go. Yeah, so that's my experience in the office. I don't know how the office works. I don't know what an office is. Yeah, office is for bad kids, not me. So lockdown happens there. So I'm like, oh, what if my ride left me? Do I have to walk home? So I called her. I was like, hey, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm in this room. Did you leave? And I was like, oh, no, I'm in the office. Just hoping you didn't ditch me because I'm not trying to walk home. And she was basically in the worst room because that room, the windows were all open. The lights were on. Apparently our wrestling team was practicing. And this whole entire time, they did not tell us what was going on. I was like, what is going on? I thought we had a school shooter, bro. I found out. Here's back to the foreshadowing, because I am a AP Lit student, and I get straight 100% in every class. So, as the valedictorian, I think I'm I'm higher than the valedictorian. I'm not first, but 0th place in my class. I don't think anyone knows what it's like to do that because no one's ever done it. But yeah, so oh yeah, the ending, of course. We finally, like, I go home or whatever, you know, I got home or whatever, and I find out that what happened was someone just crashed into a building and, like, shot guns or whatever. Not on our school, but, like, at this store that's probably, like, half a mile away. So I was like, hey, I ain't no punk. That's the way life goes. Lesson learned. Lesson is, listening doesn't always work. I could have lived that day even if I didn't listen. I could have slacked off and ignored the lockdown and lived. And if there was a shooter, I could have died. So that's your lesson. Fortunately, I made an incredibly comedy gold, significant, outrageous, amazing video yesterday. But I deleted it on accident. So, yeah, that's gone. And it was like a really funny video. It wasn't like a story time. It was like, oh my gosh. I was dying. I was crying, laughing like I was today. So, that's not gonna happen. You just have your story time. Also,
I want to talk.
So yesterday was the first time ever of me late to school, like just driving myself. And the reason was I didn't wake up late. I'm responsible, I swear. I am so
responsible.
You can make me in charge of the whole country and we're gonna have a good country. I didn't wake up late. I woke up on time. I just forgot my track bag. So, and the worst part is I forgot my track bag. And the moment I realized it was when I drove out of my house, got to the first stop sign, not even that far at all. Probably took me 10 seconds to get that stop sign. I realized I forgot my backpack. But the problem is I leave my house at a time where I get to school right on time. I do that because I don't want to be at school early. No one likes to be at school. I mean, I don't like to be at school early. So I left, and then I was like, well, if I turn around and take this minute or two to grab my bag, I'll make me and my little brother late. Because the difference a minute or two is, like, in traffic is
insane.
It's like I leave 2 minutes later, I get to school 10 minutes later. So I was like, let me just drop my brother off. Comes the day I left my bag at home. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna make her do it. So I was like, maybe I can go after school. But I realized if I go after school, so many people rely on me for a ride. So many people rely on me for a ride to track practice that is after school. Because we have to practice at a different school because our track's not built. So I had realized I couldn't do that either. I was debating maybe I can leave during lunch and sneak out like I normally do. But I was like, I'm a senior, quarter 4. I'm not trying to get in trouble. I snuck out at least 50 times this year. 51 times a charm, you know what they say. So I was just like, I just gotta go back. So I dropped my brother. I drove all the way to school, dropped my brother off. And then I went back home. I went home. School's gonna start in 10 minutes. I left school, went home. The traffic 10 minutes before school starts is LA traffic, I swear. I was almost backed up all the way to my house. And I don't know, I was like, well, I'm not gonna make it on time. But I was also nervous because I was like, I need to keep this 95% absence 95% absent thing on my record. So I was just like, yeah, I was stressing. So I was trying to think of the plans of how I can get in without getting caught. I thought the gates might be locked because of the lockout. So yeah, I'd go all the way home, get my bag, come back. The traffic's insane, and the elementary school traffic is so hard to drive with because for some reason, the kids, they're just running all over the place. They don't even use the crosswalks. I'm so scared to drive by there. They just literally pop out of nowhere, kid after kid after kid. I don't know. I was like, I'm not driving there. So I drove all the way around. I skipped that area. I was like, I ain't trying to hit someone today. Went back to school, and guess what? One of the gates is unlocked, so I snuck back there. I have a pass that I use just in case someone asks me, and it's not even, it's like a week old. It's like, it's not a pass. It's not a current pass. But if they don't read it, all I have to do is lift it up. They'd be like, oh, she has a pass, and then they don't realize that it's a week old. It's not a pass. It's not even a pass to get in school. It's a pass to leave school. It's not even the right color. But yeah, so I got in through the gates. I got into class because we had a sub, and the moment I opened the door, she was facing the other way, and I didn't get a tardy. It was, so good. It was just so good. What a day, you know? The days, yeah, everything was on my side that day. Yeah, so I'm still upset that my funny video can't be on air. Because I'm a really funny person. Today in chemistry, what? Anyway, yeah, so I'm hecka funny. Not chemistry, in AP environmental science. How could you speed that much in a truck? Oh my gosh. I cried laughing. Do you know what that means? I love people who can make me laugh. Yeah, okay. I do love people who can make me laugh. Anyway, I love people who can like make me smile. What am I? I love people who can make me cry when I laugh. Like that feeling, you know, when you can't breathe. Literally, oh my gosh, I was literally wheezing. And I have asthma, right? No one checked up on me. They're just like, yeah, laugh, I'm funny. And they didn't check up on me. Like, I swear, what if I could have freaking passed out? No one cared. No one cared. They're like, funny is funny. The funny ones, yeah, they don't say the funny ones, like I said earlier. This probably is not that funny to you guys, but I swear, you had to be there. It was so funny. I cried from the laugh. I couldn't breathe. Literally, it was just silence. Like, I had my head down, silence. I could have been dead and they didn't even check up on me. Like, there wasn't even any movement. I was there, silent, with my head down. I literally could have been passed out. What a shame. People literally try to kill you these days. Now I'm far from home. What the heck? All because I tried to turn. I was like, let me turn and get away from this car. But yeah. Whew, I can't drive this way. The lighting looks so horrific. Fun fact, I thought horrific was a synonym to terrific. So I one time called someone horrific and they got extremely mad. And I was like, I guess you don't like compliments. One time, there's this person called Stout. Whoa, no. There's this office lady called Mrs. Stout, right? At my elementary school. And I just learned that stout also means fat and also means big or whatever. So she's leaving, and for some reason we have a big, huge ceremony for her. And I'm like, who the heck is she? Who are you? And I don't know. We just had a ceremony for fun, I guess. And I wasn't mean at all. I wasn't mean. I was just like, doesn't stout mean fat? And then they got hecka mad. They sent me out. They they're like, get out, you're out. And I was like, I'm an intellectual. These people are disappointing. Elementary school was so funny. Like, not, ooh. There's this one kid, he ran out of school, ran away from school twice. And I'm telling you, he's fast. Literally, I was the second fastest kid. I was the second fastest kid in school, right? Well, he was the first fastest. And he's short as heck. He's thin as heck. But he was so fast. He ran about a mile away from school. Like, he ran. He's mad. He ran. He's like, I'm done. I'm so mad at everything. He ran out of school. And people, like, the teachers couldn't chase him. They're slow as heck. So, I don't know. Somehow, I guess someone drove after him. Because the only thing that can catch up to him is a car. Like, that's how fast he is. He's the speed of a car. So, this kid has so many stories. Okay, so he ran out of school twice. Another time, he just sat under the table. He sat under this table the whole entire school day. Like, he had an angry face the whole entire time. Like, how do you have that much face muscles? I was scared for my life. I was walking to that class,
and I was like, he's about to snatch me. He's about to chop my legs off.
I feared my life. Ew, what the heck? I look like a half ghost. That's weird. If you guys didn't know yet, I'm actually black. I'm not a ghost. I'm at the elementary school right now. Luckily, there's no kids out. I ain't trying to bop them off the street. So thank you guys so much for watching my vlog. Because I get really bored when I drive. Okay, the idea was I bought this stand to talk to the vlog when I'm driving alone. And, like, I get bored or whatever. I want to talk to people, but no one's here. Even if I give rides most of the time, like, my brother doesn't even talk. So I'm hecka bored, even with music and stuff. So the idea was to vlog when I have to drive somewhere and no one's with me, right? Well, I did that. And like I said earlier, I deleted the videos. And I'm bored anyways because all of my friends, like I said, all of my friends are stop signs. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can like if you want. You can subscribe if you want. I'm not very pushy. It's just up to you guys. What you want to do is what you want to do. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.